What up, YouTube Digital? It's hard to understand a lot of how all these websites work and everything else. It's hard to explain how the engine works compared to what you see in the GUI. And then on top of that, you integrate a lot of the Google shit and stuff like that. Like, I'm responding to Map at Voodoo. I can basically build a website, and that right hand column that you're talking about, I can put that on my website. How can I because of legal reasons, YouTube videos have to be tracked by YouTube. The engine's been broken. They replaced the engine. It's still broken because they haven't fixed it yet because of other shit that keeps breaking. They're adding like 50 hard drives a day, some bullshit like that. They have YouTube now has like the largest storage array, which is kind of sad because my company used to have that. I need to figure out how much my company has, but apparently YouTube has passed it now. But this shit isn't easy. Every major website has gone through these problems. Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, Dig, oh fuck, Dig did it bad. Dig, oh. They upgraded their engine and everything else, and it just completely fucking backfired on them. It went down to the point that they lost a lot of people. And it wasn't that it didn't look good or the numbers didn't look right or whatever. Like when when you made that video, it said the number your subs weren't there, but they were there. That was the GUI. That wasn't the engine. The engine holds the information. The GUI goes, okay. The GUI is a template, okay, and it will have in the template. You have all these, areas and boxes and everything else. That's why they don't allow you to do like really crazy modifications, because they have these pre-made templates. And in the template, they'll have like in your subscriber thing, when it goes to that field, they'll say call a subscriber number or something like that in the coding. It will go to the engine and go, okay, Map Voodoo needs subs. Okay, cool. And it'll display it. It'll pop it up and display it. But what was happening is that template got fucked up. So that template couldn't call the information. So you thought you didn't have the subs, but in reality, you had the subs. They never went anywhere. But that wasn't showing up. There's so many problems, and people keep intertwining them on what's going on. There's an engine problem with counting views. There is a GUI problem that keeps reporting weird shit or dropping a whole bunch of people and then coming back an hour later. Then there was the deletion of the old accounts. That was a whole separate thing. Then they still have that one that's kind of funny where it's dropping people but coming back up, and that one's very small and very isolated. For a site as big as it is, we're talking about they probably have 1,000 hard drives, and they're adding 50 a day. A site as big as this thing is, spread across all the United States, it actually works pretty fucking good. It's not the best, but that's why no one, people don't understand, the next YouTube's right around the corner. No one really understands what it will take. It's not the look, because you can make small websites look better than YouTube. That's easy. But to operate, to handle the load that YouTube gets, YouTube is, like the third biggest site on the internet as far as traffic. That's a lot of people. I mean, that's like saying a quarter of the internet goes to YouTube every day. That is huge. I could not even imagine even when I worked for a .com supporting that type of load. I had a fun enough time supporting 240 modems. And, you know, all the T1s and all that other bullshit. I couldn't even imagine supporting, you know, hundreds of millions of hits a day. That's insane. So on this, okay, now you were pointing on that right hand side. Now I want to show you something. I got being careful here. Here's the same page that you have up. Oh, let me minimize that because you guys don't need my name. I'm just fucking around. All right, so let me turn this over. This is the same page that you're looking at, and here's the right hand side. This information is tracked by Google. It's tracked by their own trackers and everything else. Now, here's one here that when you click on it, it goes to the YouTube version of the video. But you see that I thought I said poop for a second. It's housed by Pop Bytes, okay? Now, if you click here, though, it's going to go to the YouTube version, which is only going to show 460 views, which is wrong. I could already tell you it's wrong, especially when it just got put up. But it's also tracking. Here's Pop Bytes. It's also tracking. Hold on, this one right here, their top hit right here. It's also tracking that. See, they can track things on they can track the same thing across multiple sites. Look at that, how YouTube can, when you upload a video with music in it, it knows what it is. Well, when Google uses its search engine, it first goes and looks for new hits and all that other bullshit, but it can crawl the web and look for media, and it can get the meta tags and all that other bullshit off of it, so they can figure out what it is. And they can see that it's on multiple sites and everything else. Now this one, is it on? Nope, this is not a YouTube embedded video. This is something else. This is embedded in their own. So it's counting the views that this one is getting here. It's also counting the views that it's getting on YouTube, and it's counting the views of anywhere else this video is being played. And that's how those things get up there. So you might click on it and you might not see, go, oh well shit, it only shows 300 on here. But it doesn't mean that's the only place that video is on. A lot of times though, and here's another thing, is a lot of times, you know, I sat there and I kind of looked at this for a second going, okay, maybe it's housed on YouTube. But no, it doesn't have the YouTube, flash deal on it. So, yeah, this is why Google is still the #1 search engine. This is why Bing hasn't been able to take over Google, because they don't know how to do this. And this is what keeps Google ahead of people. This stuff gets so deep when you scrape the surface. This is why Google is the #1 ad agency now. This is why they, you know, this is why Google has taken on, you know, has become the micro ad whatever and everything else. Now think of also this. They can track Android shit on top of all this. So if I watch this shit on my Android through like an app or something like that, they can track it through that too. You know, if I go to MTV, I'm sure the Taken 2 trailer is on MTV. Or if I go to Yahoo. Matter of fact, let me block this out for a second. Let me just go to Yahoo real quick, and I want to make sure that nothing of mine pops up, because I do use. So, okay. Usually, there's a trailer on IMDb a lot of times. I'm not seeing it loaded yet. Maybe not. Okay. But there is on the Yahoo one I saw. So it can track. Hold on, let me block it again. The personal health information. Look. Here's one it can track. Let's see what this one's about. Is this a YouTube vid? Nope. So it can track this one. So if I watch this vid, YouTube or Google knows if I watch this video right here. Looks like a good movie. I'll have to watch this. And this is not on. This is on Daily Motion. So they're tracking the ones on Daily Motion. Then you got Break. Then you got all these other sites. So that's why you're not seeing that many. I wonder how much if I watch it in Daily Motion. Look, already 2,204 views on Daily Motion. But on YouTube, it showed only a few. God dang it, stop. Piece of shit. Oh, come on. Stop it. Stop opening up windows. Stop being an asshole. So on YouTube, it was only showing 460 views. Things are not always how it seems. In the corporate umbrella and everything else, Google, there's a lot of stuff that Google does and stuff like that. I bet you Google themselves, Google search themselves, I bet you they have algorithms and everything else that YouTube would like to use, and I bet you Google refuses to let them use it. People think because these are owned under the same corporate structure that they're fucking cousins or something. That's not always true. Matter of fact, I know that's not always true because I work in a corporation and I have a lot of corporate entities that are attached to my main corporate deal, but I have no direct relation with them. I have no direct correlation with them. I don't even share the same systems as them. I cannot even see their work. And that's pretty much what would be there. Now, YouTube gives up certain spots all over the page for Google or Google AdSense. Google AdSense is different from Google. You gotta change all these things out. They're all separate. Everybody puts them together, but they're all separate entities. Google AdSense is itself. Google Search is itself. Google Android is itself. All these things are different. Then you got what's the other one? Google, the one that you can pay to help to get ads, to pay to place ads. It's not AdSense, it's the other one. They're also integrated within YouTube as well. So it's a big clusterfuck. And a lot of times people put things together because it seems like it would be like that. But you know what I've learned a long time ago? And most of the time it doesn't work that way. Matter of fact, if the normal was, I wouldn't have a job. Because my job is after the first person, the customer service representative, said it, it was this, and this is why this was paid wrong. And the adjuster said this, and everybody else said all their other things. Well, they were all wrong, and I have to fix it now. So, But a lot of things on here are not related to each other, even though they're on the same page. And one of the reasons I know this is because my wife has a page out on the internet that does have a lot of these APIs loaded. She can put that, I'm almost positive she can put that feed in hers. I know that because of the things that she is working on and everything else. I'm trying to be vague here. Google knows they are reported everything that happens. If someone comes into her site and clicks X, they know. And they can house that database. People will be surprised what programmers are doing these days. I'm trying to get back into programming right now. Matter of fact, I'm trying to program an app for my tablet. And my ADD's kicking in. But anyhoozle.